21-16 at the break over the Lakeside Eagles. Cody, Pullman came out, a little slow. So did Lakeside. They both, they weren't ready to play, it looked like, but they both picked it up towards the end of the second half, and it's been fun football to watch.
Yep, Kason Hunsaker coming up big for the Eagles, and Isaiah Strong on the flip coming up huge for the Pullman Greyhounds.
Yeah, but one of the biggest things in this game we've seen, though, there's been 4 turnovers between the teams combined. You saw an interception by Kincaid and 2 fumbles by the Greyhounds, one by Connor and one by Henry Perkins. But Henry Perkins, he also ran in for a touchdown, and then Hunsaker right at the end of the half, he fumbled the football, but it's at the end of the half. But he's got to be more protective of that ball instead of coming back and trying to chuck it up. But it's going to be an interesting second half, to say the least. 21-16, Greyhounds are going to start with the football. What do you think the key to the second half for the Lakeside Eagles is?
For the Lakeside Eagles, it's just to keep that running game going. That's what's been working. The Pullman defensive line started to step up there in the end, but we'll see if they can keep it up. I think they should start looking for some more passes, though, because they've got their wideout that's pretty good, and Kason Hunsaker is a slinger. He can throw it, too.
Yeah, and also, if we have to take into account Isaiah Strong, how are they going to defend him? He's 8th in the life, only 4 catches, but for over 100 yards and 2 scores. So it's going to really come down in the second half to how can you defend Isaiah Strong?
I don't think you can. They've been putting 2 guys on him, but, eventually they're going to have to stop him somehow. And once they do, we still have other playmakers. We have guys like James Pitzer and Sam Tingstad stepping up to fill in some big shoes there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's go over the scoring breakdown through so far in tonight's action. Started the game off with a strike from Connor Kincaid to Isaiah Strong to open the football game. Then Dylan Dennis with a 42-yard field goal to make it 7-3. Then an interception by Kincaid, which led to one play later, about 20-yard touchdown pass from Hunsaker to the tight end for a score to make it 10-7. Then the Greyhounds answered back with a long drive down the field. Perkins able to walk in for a 2-yard touchdown. And then the Eagles came back, a fumble on the 3-yard line by Kincaid, just a quarterback dive up the middle, and Hunsaker was able to score, and then Pullman roared down the field. It only took him 5 plays right at the end of the half, about 1:30. All four of the plays were to Isaiah Strong for 40 yards, a little 8-yard screen, and then a 40-yard bomb to the end zone, which Isaiah Strong made one of the catches we're going to see all year long, and with 2 defenders on him. It was a phenomenal play by Strong, and he's making continue to look really good tonight.
Yes, he is. When you got a guy like that, it can certainly make your quarterback look pretty darn good, Ethan.
Yeah. Isaiah Strong, his total so far in tonight's game, 4 catches right now for about 120 yards and 2 scores. So Isaiah Strong, you can see him go for over 200. I think in the locker room, if you're the Lakeside coach, you have to be stressing, talking about guarding Isaiah. Isaiah's an absolute star on this field, and they got to guard him. That's the only way they're going to be able to win this football game.
Yeah, that defensive coordinator for Lakeside certainly got Strong on his mind right now, figuring out how he's going to stop him.
You look at the scoring breakdown here, and Isaiah, it was a 40-yard touchdown strike to him, and then a 40-yard touchdown strike the other way. So it's been these 2 huge plays that have put 14 points on the board for the Greyhounds. So if you can eliminate Isaiah Strong's touches, if you're the Eagles, you're going to be able to keep them pretty close. But if they let Strong just kill you all night, and you let Kincaid sit back there and throw, it's going to be a long night for the Eagles in the second half.
Yes, it is.
And the Greyhounds are going to receive in the second half. Dylan Dennis is going to kick off here tonight in Pullman. Gorgeous evening tonight to open the season. Temperature sitting around 61 degrees tonight. A little bit of wind, 4 miles an hour, blowing southwest, but beautiful night for some football. Beautiful way to start the season, and it's been a good game so far. To start the season off, teams look a little slow, but it's first game. You got to get all the kinks out right away. And here's the kickoff, Dylan Dennis. He's got a big leg, and Strong's gonna take it 10 to the 15 to the 20. Isaiah Strong, a big run. Strong down the sideline. One man to beat. And he slips. To the 48. Isaiah Strong, the kicker to beat. And he would have been gone to the house for his 3rd touchdown on the ball game. And he can really make it happen. He is quick. It just looks like his feet fell from under him. Cody, just great return there by Strong.
Yeah, it looks like he might need some new cleats there, Ethan. couldn't keep his feet under him. Otherwise, I think that one might have been going to the house.
Yeah. Greyhound, but it's gonna come back. Flags down all over the place. Cody, you see that a lot, especially see blocking the backs and holding. All the time with on kickoffs. The coaches hate it. A lot of people are really against the kickoff, because it just penalties just really happen a lot. And you see that now. Isaiah Strong's kickoff is all the way back to the 23 instead of at the 48.
Oh yeah, those penalties certainly kill a drive.
Here's Kincaid in the shotgun. And it looks like a false start is going to be the call as another false start. That's the third one against the Greyhounds in this football game. Cody, you said it's an unexperienced offensive line. They're going to have to really clean it up here in the second half.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and I'm surprised they haven't. The coaches had to have stressed that, and it looks like this line is honestly a little frazzled. Yeah. They're struggling to keep the count.
Now moving back now, it's 1st and 15 at the 50. Oh, and do we have another penalty, Cody? What do we have here? And the ball is going to be going. It's offside, so Pullman's going to gain back those 5 yards. They lose. They force Pullman into that 1st and 15. Now it's back to 1st and 10. The Eagles are feeding their own purpose right now.
It's just back and forth. Both teams have just been shooting themselves in the foot with these penalties.
Yeah. And it's going to be a play action over to James Pitzer, and he's going to be dragged down. Over to Sam Tinkstad, his first catch of his varsity career there goes for a 1 yard on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and 9. Coach David Cover here in his second year at the helm. He's been a coach on the Pullman staff for a while, but this is his second year, as the head coach. So he's kind of getting the feel for his guys, for what he has there, and he's kind of he might be able to come into form this year. Here it is, Kincaid going down the field. He's going to find Henry Perkins out to the right, and he's going to be dragged down, and it's going to be a first down for the Greyhounds.
Speaking about David Kofer, I believe that, boy, with that first year coming in and going to the playoffs, win their first game against Prosser, he's done a great job bringing in, because it's very hard as a head coach to come in and just...
Cody, I saw it all last season. I was able to be with Town Central doing this, but I saw last season the QB trouble after Kincaid went down, and they had Jed Byers, and Kofer made the best out of it. I think he realized that Jed Byers had to touch the ball all the time, and I think he's going to realize that with Isaiah Strong. And it's going to be a read option. And a big run by Hendrickson, and he's going to go for 9 yards. And it's going to be 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
That was a good, strong run. I think they should keep trying to do that every once in a while, because Ty Hendrickson is a big guy. He's like 6'2",
235 pounds. He's a big kid, and he's got him coming down the line. He's not the fastest guy in the world. Playing sports with him, especially basketball, you notice those things. But he's a big load, and he's going to knock guys over. So it's good to have him in the backfield. Kincaid in the shotgun. He's going to drop back. He's going to go down the field. Isaiah Strong. And it's a caught again. Oh, my gosh. At the 20-yard line. Another ball. Isaiah Strong. He is incredible.
He just doesn't stop, Ethan. He's like play after play after play. And he doesn't even look tired out there.
He's at 150 yards now in this ball game after that 30-yard strike by Kincaid. This kid continues to just dominate, only on 5 catches. You see a lot of guys going 10 catches for 150. It's 5 catches.
Yeah, you don't see that much in high school, guys stepping up and playing like this.
Well, they're going to call Johnson in in motion. He's going to pitch it out right to James Pitzer, and a flag down the play. He's going to be taken down by number 7, Casey Hunsaker, all over the field. He's just an all-around player.
Boy, all these penalties sure are adding up.
And another penalty by the Is it on the Greyhounds? It is. They asked the captain of the Eagles, Hunsaker, and it looks like it is going to be a holding call That's a false start on the Greyhound. There's another false start. The fourth false start of this football game. I mean, at practice, the old line coach is going to be maybe getting an earful, maybe from Kofor especially, and the offensive line is, they're going to get chewed out a little bit in the film room, and on Monday at practice, especially because of his false starts. That just kills a drive, especially with these false starts, Cody.
I understand they're young, but after this many times, you really expect them to step up and figure out what the heck they're doing here.
Perkins, 2 Kincaids left. Going to roll out to the left side. Pitzer again. They like that play a lot. And incomplete. Ball way short to James Pitzer. And Cody, you see a young wideout core, especially. You got an older wideout core. Not younger, but older. You got a senior in James Pitzer, but he plays running back too. They put him in the slot. But you got Sam Teamstead Jr. and you got Isaiah Strong Jr. So you got 2 good threats. Especially Isaiah Strong, but you got 2 really good threats out there, and it just makes the Greyhounds wide route core really dangerous. And I think they need to attack that.
Yeah, they definitely do. And we haven't seen them attack it as much as I'd like.
Mm-hmm. Here it is, Kincaid in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Hendrickson, and he is going to be met for a 2-yard gain on the play. So no yard gain on the play, as he was hit immediately as he was hit, and it's going to be a 3rd and 11. This is a big play here, especially Pullman. They get the ball to start the second half. You have all the momentum after that great drive they ended it with the second half after a big throw to Strong, and then Simon Brandon able to punch the ball and pick it up and be able to run for about 10 yards. You get those big plays in the half. You got to carry that momentum in the second half, and it's going to be huge.
I certainly agree. And with all these penalties, though, on this offensive line, it's certainly hard to keep that momentum going.
Kincaid dropping back down the middle. Isaiah Strong wide open. Touchdown, Greyhounds. 27-16. Pullman leading. Isaiah Strong wide open over the middle. I mean, he was wide open. Connor Kincaid able to just throw a beautiful strike right to Strong. Those throws you can make with your eyes closed. And a beautiful play. And Pullman now leading by 11.
I mean, this Lakeside defense can't do anything about Strong right now. He is getting past every single one of their guys.
Here's Tingstad on the PAT. High snap, nowhere to go. Perkins going to throw it. And nothing happening there. And that is going to be a failed attempt. So 27-16. Greyhounds lead. 8:37 to play in the second half, in the third quarter. Excuse me. Pullman, you got to throw the ball Strong. It's his 6th catch of the ball game. He's got 3 touchdowns, he's got about 170 yards receiving. This kid is a stud. They got to throw him the ball. He's got accounted for 3 of their touchdowns. So you have to think about this. Pullman, they got North Central. If you're North Central, you got a game plan. You're game planning for Isaiah Strong, and that's strictly Isaiah Strong.
Isaiah Strong is certainly proving why he is the main playmaker on this team today.
Yeah, Isaiah, you're seeing why, colleges are after this kid. This athleticism, going up in 2 defenders. You see on the defensive side of football, this kid, you see why he's a Division I recruit. This kid can really play football.
And it's not just football. I know him on a personal note, and he's actually a pretty smart guy.
Yeah.
He's in the advanced math class here at Pullman High School, gets great grades, and college coaches are looking for that too.
Yeah, especially this kid's a good kid. He's doing good things, and they're liking what Strong's doing, and especially on the football side, this kid's a star in the making. Only a junior. I cannot. He has a senior, but this kid's gonna be oh boy. Yeah, but but he's only a junior right now. Worried about now, and it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. Players like that just really excel on the field. It's fun. 27-16. Pitzer's going to kick off. 8:37 to play. And a squib kick by Pitzer. They're going to keep it away, and they're going to get to number 23. He's going to run away. He's going to slide down. And he's going to lose some yards. He's going to be taken down about the 27-yard line. And the Greyhound defense, this is a huge series. This can be the game-changing play, Cody. If the Greyhounds if they ever able to get a stop, it's going to be tough for Lakeside. But if Lakeside's able to get a score here, it's going to be a good one. It's going to come down to defensive battle at the end.
Yeah, we'll see if Kason Hunsaker can step up and help him convert.
Rolling out right, Hunsaker. He's going to go down the field, and what a ball, but incomplete. Dropped by number 85 of the Eagles, Caleb Smart.
Boy, the way he threw that was a little weird. Yeah, he almost looked like he sidearmed that right down.
We were watching Hunsaker. He does not go. He does that little, he doesn't come all the way back, like you're taught. But it works for the kid. But he's coming here. But he gets the ball off quicker. And that's what I'm guessing he wants to do is get the ball off as quick as he can. It looks like they are in a Hunsaker's going to be hit by his own player. And he's going to run over number 12 of the Greyhounds. Connor Kincaid just plowed him over. And he's going to be taken down for about a 3-yard gain. And it's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Lakeside Eagles.
Ethan, I'm kind of surprised to see Connor out there playing linebacker because as our only quarterback, I don't want to see him go down because we don't know what our replacement would do for us.
Yeah, 3rd and long for the Eagles. Going down the field on an out route, and his wide receiver was not turned quick enough. He was open, but the ball was low, and the ball was intended for number 11, Tyler Afino, and the punt team going to come out for the Lakeside Eagles. Great defense by the Pullman Greyhounds.
Yep, they certainly stepped up on that, just like you said. And now the Eagles are facing an 11-point deficit, and they're giving the ball to the Greyhounds, who have been on a roll lately.
Fourth down, and Hunsaker, he put one ball on the 1-yard line, his last punt. Not a lot of room here, and Pitzer is going to hold on to it, and the Greyhounds are going to get the ball at the 38-yard line, 27-16. Pullman leading with 7:43 to play in the third. Cody, we look at this as we both were talking about. The game. It was game-changing plays. At the end of the half. That fumble really could have gave the momentum to the Eagles, but the Pullman roared down the field. You saw the experience of a senior quarterback throwing to Strong. He made some great plays, and the defense stepped up, and now the momentum just carrying in the second half for the Greyhounds.
And we'll see what the Pullman Greyhounds can do on offense here. We got Connor Kincaid in the shotgun.
It's going to be a screen over to Ronnie Johnson. And it's going to be a great, nice pickup by Ronnie Johnson. And he's going to be taken down for a 9-yard pickup.
Looks like he dropped the ball.
Looks like he fumbled the ball.
But Isaiah Strong picked it up and got a couple extra yards.
He fumbled the ball. An 8-yard pickup by Ronnie Johnson's second catch of the football game. We've seen that. That was the 3rd fumble of the football game by the Greyhounds. So the Greyhounds are going to need to clean that up in practice without holding on to that football. The coaches are going to be tough on them, especially with holding on to that football and the O-line in the next week. Kincaid in the shotgun, trying to draw him off. And they're going to hand it off to James Pitzer, and he's going to be short of a first down, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. So if the Eagles can get a stop here, this would be huge if they're able to force a punt by the Greyhounds.
See, the Eagles, I think, are going to be looking for that short, quick power run by Ty Hendrickson. But I think I'd like to see the Greyhounds switch it up on him and actually go for a little bubble route to just get that extra 1 yard.
Yeah, you could see them go deep too. You could see Strong. They've 3rd and 1. That's actually very common is a deep ball here, especially 3rd and 1. Then you can hand it off. You've got 2 big backs in the backfield with Perkins and Hendrickson, but looks like Hendrickson is going to be the guy maybe getting the football on this play. And here comes the defense further. And he is hit hard. Hunsaker, what a hit by the senior. He was shaken up on the play. How hard he hit him. Oh my God. Hunsaker, wow, he looks like he's holding that arm.
That's his right arm, too. That's his throwing arm.
Does not look too good. Hunsaker, I mean, what a hit. I mean, oh, my God, you laid the wood down on the guy, on Hendrickson. I mean, what a hit. The kid is all over the place. That kid puts so much heart on this field, and he's a hell of a football player.
Yep, he's got no stop in him. Looks like he's out on the sideline.
He's trying to say, I'm okay. He wants to get out there and play. And Pullman, they're going to go for it. 4th and 2. Perkins to his right. They're going to roll. He's going to go over the middle. He's got Pitzer. Did he hold on to it? Yes, he did. First down, Greyhounds.
See, now that's exactly what I was looking for, Ethan. That quick little, go route.
Yep.
So and just have a quick turnaround and easy 3 yards for him.
Kai Adams in on the tackle for the Eagles. Hunsaker, you see him as he doesn't look like he's out there. They need him on the defense, especially. That kid is a stud on defense and a stud on offense. And they need him, but it is. And it looks like the refs are going to blow it dead. It looks like an injury timeout. Number 32, Kai Adams, is going to come off the field. And it looks like Casey Hunsaker are going to go right back in. And I don't think the coach is going to tell him he ain't going to be on that field.
No, sir. He certainly made his case to the coaches.
Mm-hmm. Here is Kincaid in the gun. Big drive here for the Greyhounds because they can put some separation between them and Lakeside if they're able to capitalize on this opportunity. Rolling out left. And Pitzer wide open, and a great catch to turn back and catch that ball. And it is first down for the Greyhounds and a 15-yard pickup on the play.
That was certainly an impressive catch by Pitzer to be going that fast and have that ball fly in behind you to turn around and catch it like that. That was a great play on his part.
1st and 10 at the 35 with 4:58 to play in the third quarter. Excuse me. You've seen a lot of running backs in the backfield tonight, especially. You've seen Perkins, Hendrickson, and Coulter, but it looks like Perkins and Hendrickson are getting the bulk of the playing time. Down the field, he's got Pitzer. Oh, did he catch it? Oh, no, incomplete. Pitzer went with the one hand, but he was not able to hold on to the football. Would have been an absolute insane catch if he was able to hold on to the football.
Boy, you see that play, and that looked an awful lot like that pass interference called on Ronnie Johnson on the other side. If the refs are going to call it, they better call it even here.
It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Greyhounds on the 35-yard line. And the refs are going to blow the whistle dead. I wonder if on his knee down there looks like something.
Looks like he was tying his shoe.
Well, that ref looks like he was tying his shoe.
Very important.
Very important to have all the officials. Yeah. All the officials doing a good job tonight. Kincaid over to Tinkstad, a big play. Tinkstad, one guy to beat if he can get to the outside. And a nice tackle by number 11, Tyler Ruffino. Great play. And a nice catch by Tinkstad, his second catch of the evening, and a first down for Pullman.
Great little turnaround route by Tinkstad, and very smart play because the Lakeside defense was certainly expecting that deep pass after what's happened earlier tonight, but they went short and got a couple yards off.
Excuse me, a 1 yard short of first down. So it's 3rd and 1 for Pullman. Big, as we keep saying, Cody, the Lakeside defense needs to step up and get a stop.
And it looks like Connor's in the shotgun. They're definitely going for the pass here.
We've seen this, trips to the left. Kincaid by himself. Rolling out left, a lot of pressure. They have to come up. Down the middle, Ronnie Johnson. Oh, what a spectacular catch by Ronnie Johnson. Oh, my God, at the 5-yard line. A beautiful play. Come back and get that one. Great play.
That was a great catch by Ronnie to go up and get that pass over the defender.
Ronnie Johnson, he's another kid making his debut tonight on the varsity. He played varsity, but this is his debut as a starter, and he is really making it count after a beautiful catch. I mean, that ball was behind him. I mean, it's just these wideouts are making Kincaid look really good tonight. I mean, Kincaid, he's really got to help. He's got to be nice to these wideouts. And what they are doing for him tonight is insanely good.
Looks like a huddle from Pullman figuring out what they're going to do.
And Pullman like to go to center here. Perkins going to be in the...
You got two backs. You got Pitzer and Perkins in the backfield.
Looks
here.
like an... Pullman has drawn them off sides now for the third time tonight. And it's going to move them up, and it looks like Pullman's probably going to hand this football off again. Encroachment there on the Eagles, 5 yards, and they're going to move up.
Once again, a good call by Connor there to try to get them to jump off sides, because the last time they tried it, it worked, and looks like it's still working for them.
Kincaid. Under center, see a pitch play out to Pitzer. He's got all the room in the world. Touchdown, Greyhounds. And 33-16 as we're starting to see a little separation on the scoreboard as Pullman just continues to wear down the Lakeside Eagles.
They're certainly looking tired because they definitely have a smaller team here.
Big play by Pitzer. Big play by Pitzer to be able to get his first touchdown of the season. Weird to see Isaiah Strong not being the one catching the ball in the end zone. And Sam Teamstad going to put that one right down the middle. And it is a 34-16 ball game at Hobbs Field. 3:03 to play in the third quarter. We'll be right back. Step up there. I said it, momentum.
Oh, yeah.
Defense stepped up. Hunsaker's got Hunsaker's got nobody on his team. Nobody on his team.
Number 9 was doing okay for him for a while, but then
got nobody on that team.
Nothing happened.
All right.
And welcome back. 34-16. Pullman leading with 3:03 to play in the third quarter. Pullman just coming out in the second half. 2 big touchdowns, a big strike. 25-yard touchdown from Kincaid to Strong, and then James Pitcher on a 2-yard touchdown on a pitch play. Puts the Greyhounds up, and Pullman outscoring the Lakeside Eagles 14-0 in the second half.
Yeah, it's certainly looking up for the Pullman Greyhounds right now.
But Pullman, if they can continue, Cody, if they can continue to play like this, I think when they speed it up, they're a lot better. Instead of, trying to hand the ball off and slow it down, they're so much better when they go down the field and they try to make these big plays. And they're a squib kick by Pitzer, and his knees hit the ground, so the ball's going to be down at the 26-yard line.
I think Pullman should keep up this tempo because as the defense, it's very hard to get prepared and get set when that offense is clicking like that.
It's going to be a big drive here for the Eagles. They need to get some points on the board. As you see these little points coming back, a blocked PAT and a missed field goal. So that changes the scoreboard up for you just a little bit. So it's going to have to be a big. It's going to be big. They're going to score a lot of points in the second half. And eating up there, number 58, Harrison Lantier came through the line and made a huge hit on Micah Holmes.
Boy, this Eagles line can't be giving up plays like that. They have to hold that defensive line from Pullman because they can't let their quarterback or any of their running backs keep getting hit like this.
Yeah, Cody, it's been a tale of 2 halves so far, but the Eagles they did not look the same. Hunsaker's going to do a little dump pass out to Holmes. Holmes going to get out to the right side, and he's going to get taken down. And it looks like, did he get past the chains? No, and he's going to be a few yards short of a first down. So it's going to be a third and 3 for the Lakeside Eagles.
And you see here, Lakeside's not going with the hurry-up offense. They're looking over their coach, seeing what's going to happen here.
Hunsaker he's going to hand it off to Holmes, and it's going to be a big run by Micah Holmes, and it's going to be a big first down for the Lakeside Eagles.
Boy, if the Eagles even want a chance, they're going to keep having to have plays like that where other players other than Hunsaker step up and make some plays for them.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Hunsaker and Mike Holmes that are gonna have to really step up. Hunsaker gonna hand it off back to Holmes again, and it's gonna be about a 1 yard gain on the play. As you know, I think if you're Lakeside, you gotta throw the ball down the field if you're gonna want to get back in this game. You trail by 3 scores. You gotta make some big plays happen, and I think it's gotta be going down the field.
Yeah, they can't keep wasting time like this. It's almost the 4th quarter.
Hunsaker on a screen out to Holmes. Holmes with a nice move, and a couple of nice moves by Holmes, but he's going to be dragged down by the defensive end, Simon Brannon.
Simon Brannon, another big-time junior playing for him, on both sides of the ball, defensive tackle and an offensive guard.
Here, Hunsaker in the gun, 3rd and 5, big play. He's going to roll out right. Beautiful play read by Hendrickson, but a nice dump off to right to Holmes again. It's been Holmes and Hunsaker moving this offense down the field.
They're certainly starting to move the ball, but boy, they got to hurry it up because there's less than a minute left in this quarter.
It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. You see Hunsaker here just making plays happen with his legs and able to get it out to Micah Holmes, and a big hit by Isaiah Strong. Here's Hunsaker in the gun. He's going to go way downfield. Uh-oh. There's Isaiah Strong. And intercepted by Isaiah Strong. The first interception of many for Isaiah Strong this season. I mean, this kid does everything. An overthrown ball. Just an absolute overthrown ball by Hunsaker. Not the best throw. I mean, he just telegraphed it and right into the hands of great cornerback.
Great anticipation by Isaiah Strong to go over and get that ball.
I mean, Isaiah, what a game he's having tonight. I mean, 3 touchdowns, and it looks like he was out of bounds. A little confusion here by the sideline official on Strong's side. I think it's been clarified that. Waiting for the final call here. I think the coach is just a little confused here. I think he was out of bounds. Looks like pass interference against the Pullman Greyhounds. Interesting call and a late call. The flag was in the backfield. I'm a little confused here, Cody, on how that official, the back judge, made that decision on how it's a pass interference.
Yeah, that just doesn't seem right to me. When you got the official closest to the play not making the call, you can't be making the call from 30 yards away.
Yeah, here's Hunsaker now and a new drive basically for the Lakeside Eagles. Hunsaker to Holmes actually to Wyatt Johnson, and Wyatt Johnson, he's done nice. He's had a few nice carries this evening, and it looks like they might go to him and Michael Holmes, as they've been 2 very nice players for them tonight. Here's the no-huddle offense. They haven't really taken any shots down to that one shot. That was the farthest play we've seen them take down the field tonight, and it was picked off, but it was the pass interference. Can't call it back. Hunsaker, a lot of pressure. Lantier, Westoncy, and he's just going to have to throw that one away. And good job by Hunsaker. I agree there. Just get rid of the football. And you don't want to force anything that you don't need to.
Nope. Good, smart play by Hunsaker. Great pressure given by the Pullman defense there.
Yeah, you saw Hendrickson and Lantier and Brandon all coming after him. He just had to get rid of that ball. Nothing he could do there. And it's going to be 3rd and 2, and a big play for this Eagle offense. 1 wide out to the right, 2 to the left. Little change, a play call. The Lakeside, they do go off all the wristbands. Their quarterback, running back, all their position player, running back, wideouts, they all have that wristband and they go off their play calls. It's going to be a short little pass, and it looked like the wide receiver slipped and fell, and nothing going there
And it will be 4th down. We'll see what they do.
4th and 2. It's going to be interesting to see if they kick the field goal and get the points. But Cody, there are 16 seconds left to go in the quarter. Only 16 left. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do here. And do you go for it? I mean, it's too late in the ballgame. You got to go for it, Cody. You got to get the.
With an 18-point deficit, they're going to have to here.
A long way to come back from. Here's Hunsaker, biggest play of the ball game for the Eagles offense. Drop back, short little screen. He's got wide open. He might go to the end zone and down the sideline. He's in, and a touchdown, Lakeside Eagles. It's 34-22 as they close the deficit down to only 2 scores now, and that's a huge touchdown to score it, especially in the third quarter. 7 seconds left to play, 34-22.
That was an extremely clutch play by the Lakeside offense there, Ethan.
Yeah, a big play by Lakeside offense. They continue to. It's just these big plays. Like we said, these two teams are both big play offenses, so that's what it's going to come down to tonight. And now we see this here as another PAT. Let's see if they can get this one through. And that last one was blocked. High snap, but he'll get her down right down the middle, and 34-23. But Cody, as we both see here, that extra point and the field goal is really looming large right now. That is 4 points, and it could be a one possession game. Yeah, 34-27. But now
and it's certainly very hard though with only the fourth quarter.
It's going to have to come down. Your defense. I mean, you're going to have the senior leadership step up big time in this fourth quarter if they're going to want to be able to come back. At Pullman, what we noticed in the first half is when they put the pressure on the Greyhounds, not a lot of good things are happening. So if they're able to put the pressure on the Hounds, we're going to have a really good ending to this football game.
I think we're going to see Pullman try to slow it down, do a lot of running here.
Yeah, Pullman. You just got to kind of kill the clock, especially. But you sometimes got to take that. You can't take. It's like, but with running the football, it takes basically Isaiah Strong out of the football game.
I'd like to see some more just quick little bubble cuts like we saw to Sam Tingstad, but to Isaiah here.
Yeah, it's gonna basically come down to these big plays, and that's gonna be everything in this football game. If Pullman's able to get a score here, this is Pullman's probably going to win this football game. But if Lakeside's able to stop, it's going to be Lakeside's offense. The way they move the ball on the field, I liked it. Holmes getting the runs and Hunsaker and running these little screens like you were talking about. Running those little short passes can open these big plays, especially for this offense. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. It's going to be Dylan Dennis to kick off. 34-23, 7 seconds to play. So this kickoff might run the clock out, but it might leave one play for the Greyhounds in the third quarter. Pitzer and Strong back to return. And a booming kick into the night as Pitzer's going to catch it. And he might run this to run the clock out. Pitzer to the outside. He's got a lot of room. One guy to beat. Pitzer making it happen with his feet, and that's going to run the clock out. And great job by Jay Pitzer to be able to get the clock to run out. And that's going to take us, Cody, to the end of the third quarter of play. Pullman leads 34-23 over the visiting Lakeside Eagles of 9 Mile Falls. We'll be right back for fourth quarter action. And welcome back down Central. 34-23 start of the fourth quarter. You know, it's been a very exciting game, Cody, to say the least. Pullman outscoring Lakeside in that quarter 14-7. But let's go through the scoring breakdown of that 25-yard strike to Isaiah Strong, and then a 3-yard run by James Pitzer, and then on a 4th and 2, a 20-yard touchdown strike from Kason Hunsanger. So it's been a good game. It's been an exciting game.
For the most part, it was back and forth in that first half, but then in the second half, Pullman started to pull away, got 2 quick touchdowns,
and 3-yard gain on the play from the Lakeside Eagles, and from the Pullman Greyhounds. So it's going to be 2nd and 7. You look at Lakeside's schedule and scores from last season. Lakeside scores when they won, they scored a lot of points. When they lost, they weren't scoring very many points, and it's going to have to come down to who can score the more points. And a big play and a big tackle by number 57 of the Lakeside Eagles, DJ Jelinknik. Beautiful play by Jelinknik to be able to get in there and make that play.
Yeah, that offensive line for the Greyhounds needs to step up. They can't let that defensive line through like that.
A young offensive line for the Pullman Greyhounds. That's the story. You got juniors and seniors, but you got guys that don't have the greatest varsity experience. You got junior James Gray, Harrison Lantier, Alexander Westensee, and you got 3 seniors on this O-line and 2 juniors. So, and a lot of guys that weren't starters a year ago. So this is new roles for them, and this is a big time to step up. Kincaid by himself. He's going to go out to Pitzer, to Connor Coulter, and a first down for the Pullman Greyhounds. A nice ball by Kincaid to fit that right in there to Connor Coulter.
It's cool to see Connor Coulter getting in the game. We haven't seen him much, but for him to make a big play like that, catch that ball for that first down is pretty cool.
Yeah, here we go. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Pullman, they're going to put the clock, they're going to slow the clock down a little bit. 10 minutes, a lot of time still to play in this football game. But Lakeside, that would have been huge to come out of this and get a stop right away. Come out and get a stop. But it's going to be Pullman are going to get a stop right now. And Pullman, you said they're going to put the ball on the ground and try to run the clock down.
Yep.
Oh, fumble, slow snap. Kincaid, and he's going to make a play out of nothing after a bad snap. He has had to pick it up and run, and it looked like not a good snap by center James Gray, and it's going to just stay a 2nd and 10 and no gain on the play.
Boy, it's scary to see stuff like that, because when you see that quarterback running around the edge, usually they just get blasted.
And here, Pullman, they're going to have the ball at the 40, at the 48. Big play for the Greyhounds. 2nd and 10. The Eagles need to get a couple stops, and they can get the football back. Kincaid in the backfield, pitches it over to Pitts, about 26. Johnson coming through, misses a few tackles, and they just missed 3 tackles that are on the play. And you bring him down the backfield. Number 32 for the Eagles, number 32. Kai Adams in on the tackle, but you miss 3 tackles and you have no gain or a loss of gain. Instead, you let him get 3 yards. So now it's going to be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, it's just basic fundamental football there, Ethan. You gotta get down, wrap up, and
bring him down,
drive right through.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. 9:14 to play in the fourth quarter. 34-23. 3rd down. Kincaid out to Tinkstad, not able to bring it in. And it's 4th down. 4th and 7. Big stop by the Lakeside Eagles. And here comes the punt team for the Greyhounds.
A little high on that pass, but that is the hardest pass to make.
Tinkstad, it was a tough pass to bring down, but he was getting hit too when he was catching, so it would have been a tough ball to bring down anyways, but a little high. And, that's it comes down to the accuracy sometimes for Kincaid. We've noticed that too. He threw the pick he threw in the second quarter. That was just a pass he, just basically told the defender, here you go.
Yeah.
Here we go, and a punt. Pitts are a little high, but Pitts is going to be able to come down with it. And
a line drive.
He's going to pick it up. Here he comes, juking out one guy. Allen, and he's going to be taken down at the 18. 8:57 to play. Lakeside Eagle ball, 34-23. Number 6, Braden Patrick in on the tackle. He's a new kid also to football this year, playing for the first time, so good to have him out here on this Greyhound football team. Be able to come with a big tackle there. This is, it'll be interesting to see, Cody. What are you thinking here? You got 8:57 left in the ballgame. What do you think Lakeside has to do?
Well, they just got to gun it right now. They got to do what Pullman's been doing all game, because this running game isn't going to work with this much time left.
And Hunsaker's going to hold the ball, and he's going to hold on to the football in the read option, and he's going to pick up 10 and a first down. 8:50 to play. The ball's going to be up. It just, it comes down to Hunsaker, and it comes down to basically the wide-up core. It's going to get. I honestly think it's going to come down to the running backs, but it's going to have to come down to that if they're going to move the ball on the field. It's going to be handed off to number 9. A big run here. He's going to break to the outside. He's going to go out of bounds and tackled down by Pitzer. Number 9 for the Eagles, Michael Holmes, with a big run. We've seen it in the second half. Michael Holmes and Casey Hunsaker have been the stars of the second half for the Eagles.
See, once again, they're stepping up, and with a play like that, boy, that just puts a wrench into how these things have been going so far.
Here's a pretty heavy.
Hunsaker on the read option. Holmes they're going to keep it with Holmes, and he's going to pick up about 7 yards on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Cody, this is a huge drive, because if you're the Eagles, you have all 3 timeouts still. You get a score here, even a field goal, they get to 34-26, and it's a one-possession ball game. And let's see the timeout, and the timeout will be called by the Pullman Greyhounds. And that's a big timeout called. Pullman, the defensive coordinator for the Greyhounds, the coaches, Coach Kofer, they're not that happy, especially with how the defense has looked on these past couple drives.
Well, certainly that Lakeside offense is looking like they're clicking, and they're moving the ball pretty well here, Ethan.
Yeah, it's been for Pullman, in the second half, they've looked pretty good offensively and defensively, but what it comes down to for Pullman is if that defensive line can get a good enough push. But yeah, you see here on the clock, 34-23, 8:12 to play. Lakeside making a good drive down the field there. Hunsaker and Holmes have both been very good in the second half.
So, Lakeside's offense, if they keep moving like this, they might be able to get the score, but it'll be interesting to see if their defense can hold Pullman.
Yep. Here's Hunsaker in the gun with Johnson to his right. Hunsaker, a little read option again to Johnson. Johnson, he's been very good tonight. Only a junior, he's been very good. Another nice carry. He's about 6 yards of carry tonight.
Very clutch. He comes through in the big moments for him.
He's not the biggest back, but he's quick enough and shifty enough to get through the gaps and make a play. Basically, had nothing. There was kind of close gap, but he's only getting through a nice hole. Hunsaker with Holmes in the backfield with him. Holmes is going to hold on to it. Hendrickson, though, with a nice play to read that play on the option, and a loss of 2 on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and 12.
Just a great clutch shoestring tackle made there by Ty Hendrickson on the outside.
2nd and 13 now on the 39. They need to get it up to at least in field goal range for the kicker, so if they have to have the field goal, they can, because this kicker has a leg from at least 50. Hunsaker, nice run up the middle, and they're going to pick up about 5 yards on the play, and it's going to be 3rd and 8. Remember, you can catch our next stream live at home against the Moscow Bears in a huge rivalry on the Palouse. That will be 2 Fridays from now here at Hobbs Field, so you can catch that here live on Hound Central. But here we go, Hunsaker, 3rd and 7 on the 34. Dropping back, Hunsaker, no, where to go with it, down the field, Johnson, and nobody there, and this is where it comes down to decision time. 4th and 7 at the 34. If we have right now a 51-yard field goal, the kid has the leg for it, but I think they're going to have to go for it.
I agree with you there, Ethan, because, I mean, I'd rather take the chance on trying to get 10 yards than kicking it and missing.
Yeah, it's going to be Dylan Dennis, the kicker, he missed one tonight, 1 for 2, drilled a 42-yarder and missed a 45-yarder. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with him. Here it is, rolling out the biggest play of the football game. Hunsaker rolling, going downfield. He's got a man wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Lakeside. Oh, no. He dropped the football. Oh, my God. Number 28, Colby Tereski drops a wide open touchdown pass. Oh my gosh!
There's no.
You gotta feel for the kid. He drops a wide open touchdown. I mean, what vision by Hunsaker. The quarterback. He's frustrated, but you saw the leadership going over to him and giving the kid a pat on the back. I mean, that's killer. But that would really change the game. But now it comes down to the defense for the Eagles. They gotta shut them down. But man, Cody, that's huge.
Yeah, that play could have been that was a game changer right there. That's just too bad that he didn't catch that ball.
Yeah, but good for the Greyhounds. 34-23, 6:41 to play. Kincaid dropping back, looking to throw. He's got Strong down the right side, streaming down the right side. Isaiah Strong, touchdown number 4, and it's 40-23. Isaiah Strong. Oh my God, he is unhuman tonight.
Boy, I hate to say it, but I think that might be the game.
Look at that. A drop touchdown to one play later. A one play later, you see a 60-yard strike. Isaiah Strong well over the 200 yards tonight on 7 catches. 7 catches, well over 200 yards. And he's got 4 touchdowns. This kid is incredible.
Yeah, once again showing up in the clutch.
Oh my gosh, this kid is just... he has been unbelievable tonight. But I got to give it to Connor Kincaid. What a ball right in the bucket. And Isaiah Strong able to get right by the cornerback and waltz in for a touchdown. And 41-23. 6:30 to play. That was a game-changing play. I mean, Cody, you don't see it a lot, but I mean, the kid wide open in the end zone drops a touchdown catch, which would have made the score, Cody, at 34-30. I mean, that would have been huge in the PAT. Excuse me, it made it 34-29, and then the PAT. I mean, they probably go for 2, makes it 34-31, and then you got a 3-point ball game. And then Isaiah Strong, one play later, 60 yards for his 4th touchdown of the night. 4th touchdown. I mean, this kid racked up 600 receiving yards all of last season. He's got 200 already tonight.
Yeah, he's certainly coming out and showing out.
This kid is a special football player. I mean, he's fun to watch. Here we go, 41-23, 6:30 to play. 6:30 to play.
Boy, you're looking over, you're seeing this Pullman sideline hyped up and ready to go, but these Lakeside teams look a little down under right now.
mean, that really takes the air from underneath you, Cody. When that happens, a drop touchdown pass changes the whole game. And, a great play by Hunsaker. This kid's he's a special player, and he's gonna do great things in the NEA league. But this kid can what a play by Kincaid and by Isaiah Strong.
And that's going to be a touchback.
And it's going to be
Lakeside.
41-23 with 6:30 to play. I mean, what an incredible ball game you're seeing tonight. I mean, you are witnessing one of the best first years you're going to see by a high school kid this year. And Isaiah Strong, well over 200 yards on 7 catches for 4 touchdowns. And he has brought it to a whole new level. And Cody, we give a little, about Isaiah Strong this summer. This kid visited a Stanford football camp, a Notre Dame football camp, a Washington football camp. Washington State University, this kid, and he's already been offered by the University of Idaho. This kid can really play. And in the college, those colleges are really seeing it tonight.
Yep.
And nothing going
Boy,
there.
on both sides of the ball, too, though. He's had an interception as well. And
Taken away. He had an interception that was taken away from him. This kid, he's just a phenomenal game tonight. Connor Kincaid played well too. 4 touchdowns and an interception, but he's looked good, and it looks like an offsides. On the Greyhounds, an encroachment call on, hard to get that number here, but number 44 for Pullman, number 44, Brady Lees with the encroachment. Playing defensive end. That kid is out for football this year again. Good to see him out. He's a good football player, put a lot of muscle over the offseason, so it's good to see him out. And it looks like another flag on the play. Looks like we could have a false start.
Boy, these penalties are just killing
adding up. It's just, a false start on the Lakeside. Cody, it looks like, it just looks like, Lakeside just, they don't look like they're there, now after that play, and that changes everything. Cody, you look at their sideline and you see guys' heads down and you just see all that. It's just really, you can just see how one play can change the entire football.
It really is disheartening to see that ball go up, have your guy catch it, and just drop it like that.
I know, it's insane. And here, Hunsaker, 2nd and 13 on the 17. He's going to roll out right. Deep. He gets scrambled, and he's got 5 Greyhound defenders on him, and he's going to get shoved out of bounds by number 20, Connor Coulter.
So once again, this Lakeside line just can't keep Pullman's defense out. Hunsaker is under constant pressure today.
Yeah, Hunsaker under a lot of pressure. And, it's been, as you see, some more subs coming in the game for Pullman. Number 54, Gabe Westensee, and Tim and Friel in the game at defensive end as well. Number 83. And Hunsaker's going to drop back. He's going to roll to his left, and he's going to go way down the field. He's got a man. And Logan Allen not able to come down with that ball. And another penalty flag, Cody, is down. And it looks like holding against the Eagles. Another penalty against this team. The penalties continue to add up.
They have just been shooting themselves in the foot this entire game, Ethan. Once you get to this point in the game, though, you start getting pretty desperate.
And it looks like down on the field is number 19, James Pitzer.
You don't like to see that. He's one of the captains of this football team.
One of the better players. It looks like he could be cramps, but it looks like it is cramping, but he's grabbing that left. They're looking at that left leg, but look at they're stretching him out, so it looks like it just is cramps, but
that's what we hope.
We got to hope so that it's cramps. Yeah, he's cramping. Yeah. They're stretching him out. James, he's going to go home. He's going to probably drink some pickle juice later, too, to get all those cramps away. He's such an important player of this team. You hate to see him on the sideline. And, 5:35 to play. Pullman leading by 18, 41-23. Just a great game tonight by Pullman. They really, they came out, Cody. They came out slow to start, but they really have picked it up in the second half. And they've looked at the team that's why the coaches they picked them to win the league.
Yep. They like to see a team start out. You don't like to see the team start out slow, but it's cool when they can come back and really pick themselves up and really show out tonight.
Yeah, and it's good. It's good to see that, especially with these. It's just a young group of players out there. You have quite a few seniors, but there's a lot of juniors and on this football team. And it is a 4th and 7, and they're going to be punting. Hunsaker will be back to punt, and Isaiah Strong will be back to receive. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. That ball will go out of bounds. And with 5:27 to play, Pullman 41, Lakeside 23.
Boy, they were just trying to keep it out of Isaiah's hands, weren't they? Oh, and another flag thrown.
Another flag. Do we have an unsportsmanlike? Yes, we do. We do have an unsportsmanlike call against the Lakeside Eagles.
Yeah, you hate to see that at this point
in the game. It's just the emotions are getting the best of these players. That play changes the game, and you hate to see it. And it's tough to see that, but it's going to be ball moving forward. Refs will on the side here, and number 8 for the Greyhounds, Carson Coulter, the sophomore, in at quarterback right now. Good to see a sophomore getting some reps in. Looks like they'll probably hand the ball off quite a few times. Good to see a sophomore getting those reps out there, and good to see the future of Pullman High School.
See, now he's got a lot of promise, though. That kid is a gunslinger. I've seen him in practice a couple of times, just bombing them.
You also see number 24 Colton Graham in the game. You see a bunch of younger players coming in the football game out at wide receiver. You see number 6 Braden Patrick. You see number 2 Sam Tinkstead to the right, a junior, and you see number 24 Colton Graham, 28 Henry Perkins. So it's the younger squad out there tonight. It's good to see this, especially in this type of ball game. You don't want to get your best players hurt out there. So it's going to be it'll be good to see these young players see what they can do, especially at the end of the game.
Yeah, it's very cool to see these younger players get out. I'm sure they're just loving it out here right now.
I mean, Carson Coulter, he's going to step up. Especially, Connor Kincaid is a senior quarterback. It'll be his job next season as a junior. Stepping into the quarterback job, which would be a huge step up for him.
Lots of these young kids out here playing right now. Get used to these Friday night lights. What they dreamed of since they were little guys playing on the Pee Wee football team.
We look at Pullman's schedule for the rest of the season. They got North Central coming up at Joe Albee. Then they have Moscow at home, which you can catch live here at Hunt Central. Then they play at Black Hills. Then at East Valley. Then Clarkston comes to Pullman. Then Othello, and then Cheney will be senior night here at Hobbs Field. You can catch all those home games here on Hound Central live. So it's good to see all these fresh. Good to see the young guys out here. Pullman, Carson Coulter under center. He's going to hand that ball off, and boy, the old line just came right through. And number 20, Carson Coulter, the Connor Coulter, the brother, hands it to his brother, Connor Coulter, and he is ripped down right away for a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, certainly this younger line needs to learn how to block a little better.
The younger line's good experience for these guys going against varsity starters. You see number 6, Braden Patrick coming out, and number 15, Ryan Bickelhoff subbing into the ball game. Carson Coulter under the gun. He's going to pitch it out to and a big run, and a nice run to get those yards back, and 5 yards by Connor Coulter. And he'll pick up 5, and it's going to be 3rd and 9. If you're Lakeside, you come all the way to Pullman, this first game of the season, but, they looked pretty good. Like I said, they had their flaws and their moments in this game, but they didn't look too bad, and they're going to be a formidable opponent and a pretty solid team in the Northeast A-League. Their upcoming schedule for the rest of this, give you guys a look at Lakeside upcoming. They play Omak, Medical Lake, Colville, who is one of the top teams in the state at the 1A level. A lot of horses you get out of Colville. Riverside, Deer Park, Freeman, and they will finish the regular season off with a Newport. And the ball is handed off again to Connor Coulter. And it's going to be 4th down for the Pullman Greyhounds. It's going to be 4th and 5, and Pullman looking like they're going to go for it. 3:30 left to play. Good to see young guys out here, especially, and we'll see if Pullman will come out with a pass. It'd be good to see. I want to talk about he's a slinger. It'd be good to see. I want to see him throw the football. It'd be fun.
Yeah, me too. It's like they're huddling up. These younger guys take a little longer to get set up.
After tonight, Coach David Kofer will move to a career record of 7-5 in his second year at the helm, doing a great job as the head coach. It's tough, to come in and replace a coach like Dan Lucier, who was there with Pullman for many years, and he took Pullman to state, and it was great to see that, especially, and it's great to see Coach David Kofer come in, and with these younger guys being a younger coach, being a teacher at Pullman High School, he can relate with these players, and it's great to see, these players really, as you saw Isaiah with the touchdown when I'm jumped in, it's great to see that, and it's fun to watch. And as Pullman's going to punt the football off here, James Pitzer back as the punter.
Good to see James Pitzer back out and playing.
Yeah. Good to see his legs okay. Pitzer, nice, beautiful punt, and it's going to be caught by number 5 of the Lakeside Eagles, Lane Young, and they're going to get the football at the 9-yard line with 2:42 to play, 41-23. Pullman just has just looked great in the second half, outscoring him 21-7. What have you seen so far in the improvement in the second half from the Greyhounds?
I mean, there was some big changes from the Greyhounds. We saw no turnovers in the second half. There were 3 in the first half. So that was great to see. Isaiah Strong coming up big again. Also seeing a good run game, solid run game from Ty Henderson and Henry Perkins, and Connor Kincaid just staying under control and playing the game of football.
And a player down for the Lakeside Eagles. That'll stop the clock. Ball moves to the 15, but player down. He's back up on his feet. Good to see number 74 for the Eagles.
And it's cool to see these two teams.
Savano back up on his feet.
Cool to see these two teams picking each other up, and just cool sportsmanship going on.
41-23. Clock continues to run. Pullman. A new quarterback into the game for the Lakeside Eagles. He's fast kid, and that's number 14, Gabe Sossman. He is in at quarterback for the Lakeside Eagles, a young junior who will have the QB duties next season for this Eagle team.
Looks like he's got some wheels too, just like his former,
like his quarterback, like their starter.
And it looks like they actually have Kaysen out at wide receiver.
Yeah, they're testing things out. No, it's an incomplete. Over. Gabe Sossman a little short on the pass over to number 27, Ian Hendershot. Over there, ball was short to him. You see a lot of young guys out there on the defense for the Pullman Greyhounds. See number 15, Ryan Bickelhoff, number 44, Brady Lees. As we can see, number 80, Oak Hell. You see him out there. Number 6, Braden Patrick. So it's good to see a lot of young players out there, playing, a lot of the guys that, aren't going to see a lot of playing time in close games. So Pullman, they do have a big game, coming up against a 3A opponent in North Central. So Pullman, that'll be a huge game for them, especially, that'll be huge. You can start the year off 2-0, and then you come into a rivalry game against the Bears. They took it to them. They took it to them last year in Moscow. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do here.
Yeah, we'll see if the Bears want to come back and rough them up a little at their hometown.
A fumble on the play. Gabe Sossman did not dive on the ball. And a fumble recovery by number 84, Zachary Farnsworth.
That's cool. He's just a sophomore going down there and getting that football.
Yeah, fumble recovery. 1:07 to play. 41-23. If you're a Lakeside, fan, your parent, your player, it's just frustrating. It's a tough loss, especially as the game changed after one play. The whole entire game changed, and you hate to see that type of stuff happen, but it just happens. That's the game of football, it's sports, and it's tough to see that kid. He just had a touchdown in his hands, just dropped it, and Kaysen, he's a heck of a quarterback, and it's going to be fun to see what he can do in the NEA League, which he should excel in. The type of player he is. And they're just going to kneel the football here. Carson Coulter. And
looks like victory.
They're going to get victory formation. So they're probably going to have one more kneel, and that will do it tonight. That'll probably do it. off, and that's a kneel. And that's going to do it here on the Palouse. The Pullman Greyhounds are able to start the season off 1-0 and knock off the 1A Lakeside Eagles 41-23. A great win for the Pullman Greyhounds as they will be taking on North Central in their next one. You know, Cody, Pullman, they came out ready to roll tonight, a little slow. Pullman came out ready on the defensive side, but came out a little slow on the offensive side. Lakeside came out slow too, but what propelled Pullman to really show up on the offensive side of the football?
Well, Pullman had a couple speed bumps along the way. They had 3 turnovers, some interceptions, some fumbles, but Isaiah Strong really came out big for him. 4 touchdowns and over 200 yards. Running backs, Ty Hendrickson came out big for him.
Henry Perkins.
And
too, yeah.
Henry Perkins as well. It's just been a good game for him.
Yeah, Lakeside, they did struggle tonight a little bit, but on the offensive side of the ball, with the inconsistencies, he played Kaysen. He played very good tonight for the Eagles. He's a strong quarterback, especially in the NEA. Like, he should excel. And, he's a good player. Lakeside, it was consistency. The big plays to get the stops, and the drop touchdown really was the game changer tonight. That was the play that really determined it all. They scored. It's a 4-point game, or it's a 3-point game, just like that.
Yeah, but right after that touchdown, just a bomb to Isaiah Strong, the first game back, and that just really killed him.
Yeah, so that's going to do it for us tonight. Pullman will be taking on North Central next Friday at Joe Albee Stadium. If you want to drive down and catch that one. But you can catch us right here a couple Fridays from now. Week 3 of the high school season. Pullman will be in the Battle of the Palouse versus the Moscow Bears. That will be surely a good one. I'm Ethan Curtis, Cody Hathaway, signing off.